Good morning and welcome to another episode of The Chop. I am Chelsea.
I'm Keandra.
And we are your hosts. Let's turn it over to Keandra with their announcements.
Today's announcements will be ladies, Brave, JV, and varsity teams will have workouts today at 3:30 and tomorrow at 6. Please come dressed appropriately and ready to work out. Tryouts and practice for the academic bowl. Math will be meeting today and Friday. Science will meet Thursday during Tomahawk time and after school. Social studies will meet Wednesday during Tomahawk time in room 110. Congratulations to the following students who got accepted to the Math Academic Challenge team. Their training will start today during Tomahawk time at Mr. Adreno's room. Maggie Outlaw, Rosie Rafferty, Trey Lovelace, Grant Daniels, Shegun Santos, Noah Holloway, Chase Newberry, Alan Wallace, and Leighton Becker. Corrections from yesterday's news. There will be no JV game this week. And also, the last day to turn in future focus forms is today.
Now we have a special interview with Mr. Milton.
My name is Abigail, and I'm here with Mr. Milton to tell us about his class. So can you tell us what your class is?
Sure. The Protective Services classes consist of a couple of things. First of all, we'll do Introduction to Protective Services, where we train people to be CERT members, where they can handle themselves in a disaster, as well as we talk about EMT and paramedic stuff, and get them ready to take the fire class, which is actually the South Carolina Fire Academy's program. These students will fight live fire, and when they graduate, they will be nationally certified firefighters.
So what's some other things you learn in this class?
We do CPR, we do first aid, we do scene management, we do mass casualty drills, and the list just goes on and on. These students will actually learn how to use an AED, how you actually shock people, use fire extinguishers. The list just goes on and on.
What's it like being a first responder?
Being a first responder is very unique. We get to see people at their very worst. When somebody resorts to the time that they have to dial 911, they're reaching out for a lifeline, and we are that lifeline, whether we're law enforcement or whether we do fire service or EMS.
Okay, and since today is 9/11, can you tell us your thoughts on the incident?
I'd love to. I take 9/11 very seriously. There were 343 firefighters that lost their lives on 9/11 during the collapse of the Twin Towers. There were over 2,600 people killed at the towers. I remember exactly where I was at when the towers fell. I actually saw the plane on the news report as it hit the second tower. It was completely in disbelief that anything like that could happen here in the U.S., but it did, and it changed our lives forever.
So what was your reaction when you found out?
I guess I was flooded with a lot of reactions. Was this real? What could we do as a small department in Toronto to really help? What was coming next? I mean, we just did not have a clue. And today, we still don't know what's coming next. As a matter of fact, we actually teach a segment on terrorism in the CERT class, and it's because of 9/11 that we have to do that.
Well, thank you for your time.
Well, thank you for the interview.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Milton. We appreciate all of our first responders so much. At this time, we would like to take a moment of silence for all the victims of 9/11. Now for our first look at Hurricane Florence. We are going to turn it over to AC.
Emma, what are you doing? I'm supposed to be looking for a hurricane, but I don't see one yet.
Me either.
Thanks, AC. Whew, boy, I sure hope that hurricane doesn't hit us. But now it's time for
A Moment with Misha.
I know you're probably all wondering where my stuff is, but today is very serious. And today's topic is hurricanes. Do you know that all the water at Walmart is gone? And all the bread too. Like, who really needs all that water and all that bread? I can't even make me no sandwich. This is a crisis, but remember, hands ready for that hurricane.
Hey, Bailey, how do you like this new courtyard? I actually love it. What about you, Michaela?
It's a really cool place to hang out.
Thanks for tuning in to
The Chop. Always continue to show your brave pride. Lead
Follow
or stand aside. Thank you and have a good day.
We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Hey, y'all, don't y'all just love this new courtyard?
Yeah,
It's up, Brandon. Is it going?
That's weird. Like, if you keep a smile, I keep a smile.
That's good, kid.
Thanks for tuning into The Chop.
Chop.
No, you gotta redo that all the way over because I don't know what she was doing. Thanks for tuning into
The Chop. Always continue to show your brave pride. Lead
Follow.
or stand aside.
Thank you.
We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Y'all talking. And Miss Bruni, I don't know how to be loud and serious unless I'm like fussing. Okay. You ready?